What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the endlessly edgy Dr. Disaster, and right before the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows, another set of controversies has just taken the internet by storm. First of all, it seems that the Japanese voice actor for the game that plays Yasuke was this guy in the video here, a Japanese man and not a black dude.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Alright, so if I'm being honest, I personally don't give a shit what skin color somebody has when they're doing some voice acting. I don't care about their age or anything like that because they're acting. In my view, actors don't have to actually be what they're trying to act like. Mark Hamill, for example, isn't actually a psycho clown, but I'm just fine with him doing the acting for the Joker in the Batman animated series. That being said, this is igniting a bit of a firestorm on social media. The hypocrisy is off the charts. If it was any other studio, you just know that all the game journalists would be freaking out about appropriation or some shit like that. But instead, it's radio silence from these guys. But that is nowhere near the worst of the controversies that are swirling in. Now that the review embargo is lifted, we are seeing story footage from the game, and it looks like the two canonical romances for the main characters are exactly what you would expect from a company like Ubisoft. First of all, apparently, Naoe is a lesbian because of course she is, and then with Yasuke, it's a question of who specifically he has a relationship with, because it is, once again, an insult to the Japanese and their history, essentially insinuating that the family of the legendary Oda Nobunaga might be at least partially descended from Yasuke. This is what happens when you listen to the childless, purple-haired cat ladies that infest the HR departments of these companies. It's because of them that they dare to put this kind of shit into games.
I dare anything!
You dumb bastard.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And also, don't forget to support the channel by becoming a member. We have several exciting projects you won't want to miss out on, including exclusive audiobooks of novels that I've written and a cartoon that I'm working on. It occurred to me that we have to do more than just call out the stuff that we don't like in our culture. We also need to build culture. We need to push forward with our own vision, so that's what I've done. In any event, become a member if you want to support that venture. Anyhow, there are a ton of ridiculous things that have been coming out ever since the review embargo lifted for Assassin's Creed Shadows. As I said before, we learned that Ubisoft is made up of a bunch of hypocrites. If they had used a non-black actor for Yasuke's English voice actor, there would have been freaking riots in the streets. But for the Japanese version, they're okay with an Asian guy. Seems weird to me. But perhaps worse than that, on the subject of the voice acting in this game, this clip that I'm going to show you might be the absolute worst in the history of video games. And I'm not just saying that. That isn't hyperbole. The voice acting, at least the English voice acting, is a freaking caricature of Asian folks. It's what the morons at Ubisoft apparently believe Japanese people sound like. I'm gonna play this clip for you, but be warned, it is painful to listen to. The cringe of your cringe will break out in unforgettable cringe, because it is just that insufferable.
Resentment can grow quietly without much warning after a storm. Mushrooms can too. Shiitake?
Mushrooms. The smell of dirt, grass, and rain. That was so terrible, I think you gave me cancer.
But wait, there's more. The Ubisoft team simply can't seem to stop themselves from insulting Japanese folks. I'm gonna play another clip for you in a second here, and it is appalling. It was bad enough that they took a person who was an extremely minor blip on the radar in the grand scheme of Japanese history, and they're making Yasuke out to be this important historical figure, all in the name of social justice brownie points. That was bad enough. The Ubisoft defenders bent themselves into pretzels, trying to justify the inclusion of Yasuke as a main figure in the game. As we discussed yesterday, the more we learn about his story, the more it seems like he was just grafted onto it, which would make sense. They wanted to capitalize on the George Floyd BLM social movement that took place around the time they were conceiving this game back in 2020. Little did they realize what a pushback, what a cultural pushback there would be against this stuff, to the point that this woke shit seems downright anachronistic by now, like an artifact from a different time. But anyhow, here's the clip I want to show you, where it shows Yasuke falls in love with and sleeps with the daughter of Oda Nobunaga, one of the most revered daimyos in the history of Japan.
Here we are, alone at last. Yet I don't know what to say.
I do. Someone once said it like this: you are a daimyo's daughter, and I am just a samurai.
Not just? Never just.
Lady Oichi, I have learned something in my battles. Time is a veil. Tomorrow is an illusion.
And all we have left is here and now.
Man, this is some bullshit!
We learned some time ago, when the art books for the game were leaked, that in the story, they made Yasuke into the person who helps Nobunaga commit seppuku. For anyone who doesn't know, that's an ancient act of killing oneself in Japanese culture, used by people who want to avoid dishonor. They slash themselves in the gut, and then someone stands by and assists them, ending their life quickly by beheading them so that they aren't left to suffer. It's considered a position of great importance to assist someone like a daimyo, and of course, Yasuke in the story is the one who helps Nobunaga. They just keep raising his character to even higher and more absurd levels. Now he's sleeping with Nobunaga's daughter, so it's possible that the family of Nobunaga is descended from Yasuke, according to the brilliant historians who made this game. And then, as I said before, of course, the canonical romance for Naoe is another woman. So there we have it. Two main characters in the game, and not a single romance between a Japanese man and Japanese woman. Of course, I didn't expect anything different from these doofuses at Ubisoft, but I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of this game into the comment section below and let me know which part of what I showed you is the cringiest. Drop your thoughts into the comment section and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.